This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com with the first video edition of the Tiger Tracks podcast of the new football season. We are here. Kickoff is Friday, 6 p.m. at Sandifer Stadium in Abilene against Byron Nelson. I'm with Maverick Allen and Chase Campbell. Guys, you're young, and I know sometimes that can make time move slow. It's been a long time, though, it seems, since that night against South Lake Carroll. Chase, how eager is this group now to get out there and kind of spread your wings against a team that's very similar to South Lake Carroll to kind of see what you guys can do to get things going?
Yes, sir. Like you said, we're very eager to get back on the field after taking a rough loss last game of the year and being able to play a team that beat South Lake Carroll last year and letting them know, like, we're ready this year and we're not the same team as last year.
Rough finish last year, Maverick, but a really good season when you look at how you guys got to where you did for that last game. I've mentioned this to Coach a bunch. Your record wasn't as good as maybe it had. Well, I guess it wound up being the same. But the fact that you guys got off to the great start, stumbled twice in district, and had to kind of fight out of your corner, I thought said a lot about you. There's a lot of guys back from that team. What do you think the kind of the personality, the DNA of this group is as you get ready to launch this season?
Yeah, we have a lot of leaders on this team, a lot of older guys and veterans, and even Chase is a junior. He's a great leader. They push everybody out there, out on the field. They motivate them, never putting anybody down. They motivate them to do better, and everybody walks on that field every day with the exact same mentality is to get better because we know the team we can have this year.
And I don't mean this as any disrespectful to anybody you guys have played to start the last couple of seasons because you've played good teams. Is there a little bit more energy, Chase, coming into the season opener because it's a Metroplex team, because you go on the road it's almost like a playoff game to start the season? Has that energy kind of paid off, do you think, getting ready for especially as you get into this week?
Yes, sir. We've been using the whole spring and summer for week one. Byron Nelson, we're not playing a local school. We're getting straight into it, straight to the Metroplex, playing a really good team.
And again, that's you guys have played Lubbock Cooper start seasons. You've played Coronado, both really good programs. But there's kind of some, we know those, we know what to expect. The unexpected, the unknown, Maverick. How exciting is that for you to? You can watch video, you can look at stats, you can know who guys are, but till you get out there against a team you've not faced before, there's some mystery. How excited are you for that element?
It's gonna be. I'm excited. It's gonna be a really good test, and we definitely have the team to beat them. And so once we do beat them, it's kind of just gonna set the tone for the rest of the season.
And we've talked about defense a couple of times. We've talked about offense. Holden Phillips is the new quarterback stepping in for Hud Hutchinson, which is massive shoes to fill. But everybody has talked about how Holden is kind of built for this moment. What's it been like getting ready with Holden as the quarterback, Chase? And what did you see against Amarillo the other night that kind of lit your flame a little bit?
Yes, sir. I saw no drop-off, if you would say, from Hud to Holden, but Holden is a complete different person. He's going to do what he can do. He's not going to try to be Hud, like I've said before, and he's going to get the job done. Yes,
Which
sir.
You have a little bit of experience with that. You kind of, when you came up, you knew you couldn't be Tate, you couldn't be Leighton, you had to be the best Chase you could be. You're younger, but as Maverick said, you're kind of one of the leaders. What's your advice to Holden about what you just said about just going out there and being yourself and not trying to be HUD 2.0?
Yes, sir. Holden's been there before. He's played defense last year, and he's a three-sport varsity athlete, so it shouldn't be any different. He'll get the job done.
Which one reason I wanted to talk to you two is Coach and I have talked to you. You two, now Leighton may look at me kind of funny, but I think you two may be the two best athletes in the football program. And I say that because you're also multi-sport guys. You do a lot of different stuff. This week is going to be, you've got to have the athletes kind of rise to the surface a little bit, Maverick. You can't go out there thinking, I've got to make a spectacular play, I've got to be more, but your athleticism, you two in particular, how much does that have to play a role against a team like Byron Nelson?
It plays a lot. A lot of what's going to play a big role is trust within each other. Another big role is always looking at the next play because they're going to get us a couple of times. That's how the game is. But at the end of the day, it's who wins on top. And I trust in everybody on this team that we're going to end up on top.
We talked, you and Bryce and I talked this summer about the defense being a little bit different, a little faster, maybe not as big, but a little faster, a little bit more athletic. How has that kind of started to take shape here as the preseason's gone on?
The whole defense is dialed. I've never seen a harder hitting defense than this defense right here. One person may miss the tackle, but there's 10 more guys behind him that's going to make that tackle. And Hutton Simpson really stepped up this past game. He had a lot of big hits, and we just have a bunch of leaders on that defense because a lot of them are older guys and veterans that are taking the roles and just kind of help shape this defense.
And Chase, we talked about Holden being a first-time starter. That's probably not as big a key for you guys on offense. That's probably not as big a key for you guys on offense as that rebuilt offensive line. How have those guys looked, and how big is that for you guys for them to kind of congeal pretty quickly here?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure we have Saul and Grayson coming back, so that's a big help, and they'll be able to develop those young guys and get them to where they need to be to keep Holden safe.
So I know you and Leighton and Maverick and Hayden are all fast, but you need a little bit of time to get off the line. You're going to need them to keep Holden clean as much as possible. What did you guys learn from the Amarillo scrimmage? What did you see that, I don't know if you've looked at video yet about it, but what did you see, or while you were out there playing, Maverick, what did you learn about this group for however many plays or snaps that was?
I learned that the defense is fast, that no matter what, we're going to run as hard as we can, hit as hard as we can, and that we're fast out there. And offensively, I learned that we're no different than last year. We're going to throw bombs, we're going to run the ball. We have a good old line, and I trust in them a lot to give Holden time. But overall, that this team is fast, and we're going to outrun everybody.
Chase, did I see a smile over there when he said you were going to throw bombs?
Yes, sir.
Same question for you. What did you like about what the offense did against Amarillo High?
Like you said, throwing bombs and getting the ball up in the air, and we were scoring pretty efficiently. And looking at the defense from the sideline, looked really good and physical, and I like that.
So Holden's got a pretty good right wing.
Yes, sir.
I've seen it in baseball. It was pretty good. This is Randy Rosetta with HubCityPreps.com. That's been the Tiger Tracks video cast, sponsored by Southwest Bank.